Today I fucked up by saying Jesus Christ at the dinner table. I've ruined my life actually. M17. I fucked up big time. I live, or should I say lived, with my mother and stepdad. They are extremely religious. Some backstory: my mother and stepfather met years ago when I was younger. I've always hated my stepdad. He's a cold-hearted, angry man. He was in the military for 25 years, if that gives a bit of context. The last 6 months we haven't spoken a single word between each other. It's been tense to say the least. Tonight I broke that silence. We were eating dinner and I was 2 bites into my cheeseburger. My stepdad starts talking about my sick grandfather. He said outright he's going to bite it, implying very clearly he was going to die. I immediately lost my temper. My grandparents have been the only people consistently in my life and have supported me throughout it. I love them more than anything. I immediately said, "Jesus Christ, why the fuck would you say that?" And I stood up as to walk to my room. He yelled, "Take a hike." So I opted for the rear door instead of my room. I walked out barefoot, in shorts and a t-shirt into a torrential rain. I was immediately concerned of my phone, so I left it under our awning. I walked down the street and waited 45 minutes before going to the bathroom to take a shower. I didn't talk to anyone when I got home. Went directly to the bathroom, which is upstairs near my room. I take a 6 or so minute shower, which was met with violent banging on the door and my stepdad screaming for me to get my phone downstairs. As punishment, I put on a towel and walked out of the bathroom. At that point I was met with an extremely angry stepdad who was puffing out his chest trying to intimidate me. I kept my head low and didn't acknowledge his existence while obeying. As I trudged back up the steps, he was still there. At this point I was walking straight to my room, ignoring his insults and harassment. That was until he shoved me into the wall. He shoved me without warning into the corner of the wall. My guess is he couldn't take how he wasn't getting a response and therefore attempted a new method. I began yelling, "If you put your hands on me, I'm calling the fucking cops," and back the fuck away from me. Then he shoved me again, down 4 or 5 steps. I caught myself on the railing and went for the phone I had already put downstairs. I dialed 911 and walked into the front lawn still in my towel. Police response time was amazing, maybe 3 minutes. They took my side of the story and then let me inside to change while they talked to my intoxicated parents. They sobered up quick, knowing I'd actually called the police for the first time. I told the cops all I wanted was to stay at a friend's house tonight. I didn't want charges pressed, just to leave. They filed a report and took pictures of all the marks left. So I went to stay with a friend. It doesn't end there though. This is the worst part. I received a text a few hours ago that I'm being kicked out of my house. They are transferring custody to my bio father, whom I haven't seen nor talked to in almost 3 years. They won't sign an emancipation form. I'm being moved to a state in which I don't know anyone. I'm losing my job, my girlfriend, my friends, my school, my automotive scholarship, and my life. Not only was that not enough for them, they are taking my car I paid in full $1,800 for because it's titled in their name, as I couldn't have it in mine. Now I'm looking for a place to stay for a few nights. I have no hope this will work out anymore. FML TL, Doctor. I'm being kicked out of my house after saying Jesus Christ and filed a police report after my stepdad shoved me into a wall. Edit. There are so many good people contacting me personally and it's helping me more than anything. I'll say what I told them, that I cannot with a good conscience accept your money even if you want to give. While I'm not happy with the situation I'm in, I know there's people who have it much worse. I'm looking to get on to the next chapter of my life, as many of you said. Smile, your love and support have brightened my darkest day so far, and I wish I could thank every single one of you personally. I love you all, heart. Did too. To be crystal clear, I do not believe all of this happened because I said Jesus Christ. It's more that this outburst of words caused a series of events that led to me being kicked out. Update 1, this is a short one, but things are coming hourly right now and I'm trying to also respond to you guys in the process. Smile. My bio father has agreed to emancipation. This means I will not be shipped to Oregon. I do not have a permanent living arrangement yet, but I'm talking with a friend's parents tonight about staying in their guest cabin on their ranch for a while. It's looking promising on that front. Smile. Regarding my possessions and the actual move, My dad is driving over from Oregon tomorrow to help me move with my friend. We will be contacting the non-emergency line to have a police stand by while we work so that nothing can go wrong. Unfortunately, unless my parents give the car up, they won't. I cannot prove ownership as my name is not on the title. Though I can prove I withdrew $1,800 the same day as the bill of sale and have full documentation for the snow tires. Regarding school, some teachers have been understanding, others are still counting on work getting done immediately. I am trying to get in touch with my counselor for a phone meeting or sit down, but that would be Monday. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me. Smile. I have a couple hundred right now, so I'll get to them as soon as possible. Update 2. Hey Smile, still slowly working my way through private messages, there's hundreds but I'm trying. Lol. Today was rough, but good. My dad drove up from Portland and we went to grab some personal items from the house. We did a police standby so the cops were outside with the parents while they talked. My mom started crying when I asked her to talk to me, so I was pretty sad, but I don't know if it showed. On the way back to the friend's house I'm staying at, he handed me an envelope containing $500 from my grandparents on his side and him. It was extremely kind of him to drive up here and do all this for me, and overall I'm glad he did. As for the living situation now, my friend's parents have been more than kind to me. They've let me stay at their ranch and have been unbelievably sweet. There's no time limit right now, but obviously I'm going to try to get out of their hair when I can. I'm behind in school of course, but I'm in constant contact with the counselor to sort internet out. I'll update you soon. Smile. But I'd just like to say how much I appreciate your support and messages. You guys have been absolutely amazing. A lot of comments have given a lot of great advice already, so I just want to give some encouragement. It's a bad situation, but you're out of a toxic household. You don't have to bend to them anymore. It's all up to you now. I know you can do it. It means a lot to me. Y'all have been so supportive and kind, and I can't begin to thank you guys for all the information you've given me. I would call the police non-emergency line today and discuss your options for pressing charges for the previous incident. No one deserves to get away with assaulting someone, outside of defense of self or others. Yeah, tried de-escalation, which is understandable when it comes to family. Then family plays the nuclear option. I think it's time to involve the police and an attorney. Transferring custody. This will most likely take some time, especially since your bio-father has to agree and lawyers and a court will need to get involved. You have taken the first step to get out of an abusive situation. Careful, while you are still in the house another physical confrontation could occur. If it does, press charges and get a protective order, not a restraining order. I'm 90% sure transferring custody is a bluff to try to get up to beg for forgiveness to avoid being sent away. Can they legally do all that in your country? Can't you not move in with your dad and say, sofa surf at a mate's house until you're stable? I'm not sure about custody laws and scholarships outside of the UK. Edit, a quick Google says try looking into a child law centre in your state. They can help you file a compelling emancipation request that won't need your parents' consent. Thank you so much. This helps a lot. You didn't ruin your life. You just started it. It's all good from here. Well, not everything, but it will be better. I promise, as much as a stranger on the internet can promise. Well, I really appreciate it. I know it looks bad right now. I'm sure it'll get better. I just can't see it right now. Thank you for taking the time to read and respond to me. Today I fucked up by insulting the one-legged girl I'm interested in. So in these corona times I'm bored out of my mind, so I downloaded a dating app. I find a girl I'm really into and we connect on many things. She loves Star Wars, some games, and she even likes football, although she completely chose the wrong team to support. Anyhow, I'm a bit wary she might be a catfish cause she's hot as hell. At least a 10, maybe more. While I'm a 5 on my best days. There are a lot of catfish on the site, so I ask her for a picture of her. She's understanding and we exchange some pics. Nothing special. On one of the pics I spot a prosthetic leg. Well shit, she's probably a bit insecure about the whole thing, so I decide I must tell her I noticed but don't care about it. Yeah, I think most of you probably think I'm an idiot already, but don't put the popcorn away just yet, it's about to get worse. I haven't mentioned the prosthetic yet, but I'm looking for an opportunity. We're just throwing cheesy pickup lines at each other, as it is something we've been doing for a couple of days now. I ask if she's ever been jailed for stealing hearts. She responds to that with a "Do you think I'm a thief?" To which I respond, I was thinking more about a pirate. I haven't had a response in 10 minutes. Too long, didn't read. I called the one-legged boat today. I fucked up. Smart girl I've been chatting with for days, a pirate. Update, it might actually be fine. She got the joke and planned to get back at me by not responding for a while. I think I like her a bit more now. As a woman with 2 artificial legs, I would find this hilarious. Well, turned out she did too, but wanted to hang my ass to dry for a while. You pegged that one. Ooh, just figured out how she's gonna get him back. Edit. And my new top comment is about a guy getting blasted in the butt with his GF's artificial limb. I love our twisted little world here, and thanks, kind stranger. I bet she can't stand you now. Seriously, cut it off with the leg jokes. You got off on the wrong foot. Edit, thanks for the gold. If only that one translated to Dutch, I'd use it. I used to say piker before I sneezed as a kid, so it came out like Pikachu. Ooh, I have unthinkingly done this as an adult. People heard. Edit, posted on the wrong thread. I try so hard. Don't ever change. Today I fucked up by unintentionally trying to rob a store. Today I fucked up by going into a store with my face covered with this respirator mask with my hoodie on. Mind you that I'm a 6 feet 1 inch native guy with tattoos. Every other Canadian thinks we are all criminals. While I'm checking out, I pay with cash. I then stupidly say put the money in the bag, as in my change from the $50 bill I used, because I don't want to touch the dirty money unless I wipe it down first with disinfectant, hence COVID-19. The lady freaks out and runs away from the register crying. Then the manager comes. I try to explain through my heavy respirator while sounding like Darth Vader what happened. She gives me my change back along with a dirty look. I then awkwardly walk out of store with my head down in shame. I'm never going back to that store again. As someone who's working at a store during all of this, I feel like I would have been able to tell the difference between put the money in the bag aka change and put the money in the bag aka I'm fucking robbing you. I've had both. I had a gun pointed at me for one of them. It was easy to tell which was which. I feel bad for laughing, but the unintended wordplay is just fucking hilarious. No offense to her, but you already gave her $50 and it's during a worldwide pandemic. She's an idiot for thinking you were robbing her, but that's just my opinion. If your mask was on the entire time, then they probably won't remember you, unless a memorable tattoo was visible. They see hundreds of people a week, or a day, depending on the area. Rude of them to not even apologize. Edit, I didn't expect this random comment to get so many likes and comments. They'll forever remember the time they thought they were being robbed by a massive tattooed man in a gas mask. That's for sure.